I don't think you understand how things are going to change right now. I don't think you understand how fast and how dramatic and how drastic things are changing. I don't think you understand it because it's not something that you can see. Imagine you're in a car and it's speeding and you're looking out. You're looking out. And you see things kind of move and you think, okay, I guess we're moving along. And then I say, no, look down. And then you look down and you're going 65 miles an hour and it's a blur. That's what's happening. Because if you read the news, everything's fine. Oh, we just have this thing coming, this, what do you call it? Oh, yes, this election. Oh, how wonderful. Yes, we have this election. It's a mere 279 days away. Oh, that's interesting. How about that Nikki Haley? Hey, that's interesting. Want to talk about Trump? We can talk about Trump. This story today broke, and I thought, holy moly. I'm seeing something right now. I can't believe I'm even reading this. Today, Tony Blinken, Secretary of State, asked the State Department to conduct a review, as though they haven't done it, and present policy options on possible U.S. and international recognition of a Palestinian state after the war in Gaza. This is according to Axios. While the U.S. is saying there has been absolutely no policy change whatsoever, the fact that the State Department is even considering talking about options like this signals a shift, a sea change, a dramatic shift in thinking within the Biden administration on possible Palestinian statehood recognition. Holy! Did you hear what I'm saying? Is this the elections? Is this, wait, what? Where is this going? How's Trump going to handle this? Trump's too busy right now waiting for the verdict. For decades, forever, U.S. policy has been absolutely in opposition to the recognition of Palestine as a state, both bilaterally and in UN institutions, and to stress that Palestinian statehood should only be achieved through direct negotiations between Israel and the Palestinian Authority. You want to work this out? You let them work it out. But we're not involved in this. This ain't our bag. And basically, you know and I know, and please do not take this the wrong way. Please do not take this the wrong way. But for the longest time, there has been an absolute patellar, joined at the hip obeisance regarding American foreign policy and Israel. Israel ran the show. Please, I'm not anti-Semitic. Dear God Almighty, I'm not. That's the last thing. I am confident. I'm merely telling you what I know to be true and what I am seeing, and I have never so much as even heard of this. Israel was the 51st state. Do you see what's happening? Dear God. What? What is this signaling? Start paying attention, Trump. Start paying attention, Republicans. Whoa. They are reading the writing on the wall. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand by for 1 second. Dear friends, dear friends. Before I begin, I just added on a whole new section. And you've got to be very careful with this, because this coming Saturday, I'm going to be storming the stage at the Cutting Room in New York City this coming Saturday. And it's going to be one for the ages. And if you are interested, and I suggest you are interested right now, operators are standing by. Yes, they are prison inmates. Yes, they are tethered. But I want you to go to this site right now, and tickets are available right there. And we're going to be talking about this. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if you have any appreciation for the unbelievable this change. Did you hear today? There was something which was absolutely mind-boggling. And it is some of the best reportage that I have ever seen in recent history. And it was on a group, it was on a show called The Hill. And Brianna was on, Brianna was on with Max Blumenthal. And poor Robbie, he doesn't know what to say. It's about the New York Times pulls the Hamas rape story from a podcast over internal turmoil over, they call it shoddy reporting. Wait a minute. Did you hear what I just said? Where's Sparky during all this? Dear God. Do you hear what I'm saying to you? Do you have any idea? This was the story. This was the what is the name of that? Oh, I'm not suggesting it wasn't, but this is going to drive me crazy. There was the Gleivitz. Do you remember this? And I'm not. Please. But as you know, the most infamous stories was the staged attack at the radio station in Gleivitz, the German-Polish border, April the 31st, 1939. This was basically the Gleivitz incident. This was the precursor to World War II. Now, I'm not suggesting this was contrived or made up or whatever it is, but what I'm telling you is that the story was that October the 7th was an absolute bloodbath, an instance of savagery so inane, so untethered to anything even remotely resembling rational thought. Blumenthal called it the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, stories of beheadings and rapes. And that story, according to them, his words, not mine, was debunked. Not that there was. They cannot rule that sexual battery did not occur. This is the story. Now listen to me very carefully. Please listen to me. Try your utmost. Something which is here. The way humans work. There was a movie called Man Who Killed Liberty Valance. And Liberty Valance was this incredible, this was Lee Marvin, and this was the man who shot Liberty Valance was Lee Marvin, and Jimmy Stewart, John Wayne, Vera Miles, and it was John Ford. And there was a story as to who exactly killed Liberty Valance. To make a long story short, the line from it that I will never forget was, when the legend becomes fact, print the legend. When the legend becomes fact, print the legend. When the legend becomes fact, print the legend. When something creates its own heft and weight and momentum on its own, irrespective of whether it is true, debunked, when it becomes so much a part of the I don't want to say mythology, but the landscape, go with it. The worse the story, the most horrible the story, the more established the story, the more popular the story, the more cataclysmic the story, the less that you are interested in having it debunked. You would think like, whoa, wait. I absolutely want to make sure that if I'm going to invest myself at this level, it's like if you're falling in love and you're going to get married and you want to know whether you're betrothed to somebody that you can trust. You want to make sure of that fact, because the implications of you marrying somebody that you cannot trust, who is cheating on you and cuckolding you and sullying your, anyway, I've seen this before. One of the stories that people, you don't understand this. You can't possibly understand this. You haven't thought about it like I have. I've thought about it in levels and at depths and at colors and perspective you can't even imagine. I have thought so much about when people suggest, there are people who believe, they will tell you that there was absolutely nobody who ever landed on the moon ever. Certainly not us. It never happened. It's all balderdash, the Van Allen belt and radiation and the clothing and the there's no stars and the dust and the gravel and the propulsion and the bouncing around, and it was Kubrick and it was a backstage and it was all crap. And all right, there are people who say this who think you don't even know this. Now, at the same time, and you will be castigated, excoriated, execrated by virtue of this. You having the unmitigated audacity, the unmitigated hubris, this psychotic penchant that you have, penchant, to dare declaim, to rebut, to refute this thing that we are so one small step for man. I would say no. We've got to make sure the story is 100% because of the fact that it's so great. And they will say, no, you've got to pass backwards. It's because it is so great, we've got to suppress anybody who dares to challenge it. Because it is who we are. Confirmation bias to an extent, but yes, but it's a little bit different. It's like the notion of God. Don't tell me there is no God after I have invested my entire life in the assumption and the belief in this idea that there is a God. I remember people would, I would say, do you know there's some stories about 9/11? Don't talk about 9/11. No. I'm just telling you no. Okay, all right. My God. It's whatever. There are other people who say, oh, no. Tell me. We were at an event the other night, and a woman stood up and said, how dare Michelle Obama, who stood up with her, when she held up that little card, and she had that little pouty face, bring back our girls. Boko Haram, bring back our girl. She made the pout. Please. Remember that? And this woman said, how dare she? How dare she, says, to bring those kids? But Doesn't matter. Doesn't bring any recognition to the scores and the numbers, the tens, the 20, the numbers of women who were raped and beheaded and massacred and whose bodies were eviscerated, and it goes on. And I'm not trying to laugh about this. I'm not in any way joking about this. But now you've got people who are saying, "Oh no, no, no!" You've got this Pulitzer Prize winner, this gentleman, whoever this author is. You've got internal turmoil. You've got the Washington Post. Your others are saying, "I don't know about this truth. We ran with this a little too fast." We ran a little too fast. And then you got other people saying to either IDF or Israeli spokespeople, did we vet this? Oh, no, 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 no. Don't. You cannot question this. You cannot question this. Don't be a denier. That word denier has always been a part of Holocaust denier. You say that, I mean, we're not talking about that, but the word denier, vaccine denier, this denier, election denier. The word denier is a very, 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 it's connected and tethered to us in this kind of a. What happens if all of a sudden we say, what if the United States in your lifetime says, Bibi, it's over? What? It's over. Hypothetically, listen, it's been a great run. We love you. We appreciate you. But we just can't do this anymore. First of all, we don't have any more. We don't have any ammunition. We don't have. We've used all the. We have given stockpiles and stockpiles. First of all, to that calamity called Ukraine, and now you want us to keep funding. We can't do this. That's number one. If Iran says, okay, America, bring it on, what are we going to do? Bring battle carrier groups and cruise missiles? What are you going to do with that? You don't fight a war with that. We don't have people. We don't have missiles. We don't have the stuff you need for a war. We don't. You know that reaction the other day to the American the soldiers who were or the military who were killed? We didn't even have a reaction to that. We should have immediately said, we know exactly when the military is really at its best, it knows contingencies. It says here, 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 and here. If anybody touches us here, we know what to do, and we're caught flat-footed. We don't know what's going on. Hell, you've got the Secretary of Defense who's walking around after prostate surgery. Nobody even knows he's gone. Notice we're not talking about that anymore. Where's P booty giggity giggity giggity? No, they just gone. Things just go away. People are kind of like senioritis. They're ready to get out. They understand the party is over and we're heading out. They're making their hello Raytheon. Yeah, listen, I'm going to be leaving office pretty soon. Now, is it because Trump's doing that much better? Is it because the Democrats are realizing, holy shit, we're going to have to turn to our internals, our polling, and say, wait a minute, there is no Israeli support. This is neocon stuff. These people are radical left or young or this or that. We don't know what to do anymore. This isn't working. Not only that, the ICJ, wait till that kicks in. We've got most of our young people, and remember, this may bode. I don't know how this is going to bode and how this is going to affect the president. Do you understand it? Just tell me you understand this. Do you understand this? Do you see it? Do you? And what's going to happen if all of a sudden somebody says, listen, we have a future with MBS. We got other people. Sorry, what is Bill Ackman going to, cancel us? Or what is he going to do? What the hell is going on here? I can't believe what I'm seeing. I never even thought anybody this was a leak. This was to let you know, float this. We're getting out of here. We're out of here. Dear God. I never ever thought I'd even see anything remotely similar to this. Stand by for a second, dear friend. Stand by. Let's talk emergency food, shall we? 2024, as I have stated and predicted, will be contentious, scary, and promises to blow your mind. It'll make 2023 look like a walk in the park because the folks who run the show live for chaos and instability and panic. Your panic. Now, many of our problems could be solved overnight, but that defeats the purpose. Destabilization and chaos, that's the name of the game. Now, if you can handle the truth, and I know you can, you need to visit my website, preparewithlionel.com. Write this down, preparewithlionel.com. You'll get $200 off a much-needed and absolute best-selling 3-month emergency food kit from My Patriot Supply. Now listen carefully. This is the country's largest preparedness company. My Patriot Supply is your fighting chance at survival. And I don't use that word lightly, survival. Sealed inside 6 water-resistant buckets, these delicious meals, 22 varieties of tasty breakfasts, lunches, dinners, snacks, you name it, last up to 25 years and provide over 2,000 calories per day. And we're talking 120 pounds of food. Eat right in emergencies with this 3-month food kit from My Patriot Supply. At this low price, you can get one for everyone in your family. Think about this. This is critical. So visit preparewithlionel.com right now. Order by 3 p.m. for free same-day shipping. Prepare right now at preparewithlionel.com. One more time. Go to preparewithlionel.com before chaos ensues. Did you see another thing we had today was some crazy guy, some crazy feller, beheaded his father or something and decided he was going to behead his father on YouTube? On YouTube? Did you see this one? What the hell is this all about? And they are saying everything you can imagine. He's MAGA maniac beheads dad live on YouTube. I don't think it was because he's a MAGA maniac. Video left online for hours. Murder was during an anti-Biden rant. He talks about revolutions. Okay, what about the fact that he's on YouTube? Why is anybody making that correlation? Don't you understand? Jesus, don't you understand that we have always wanted to make correlation and cause this confused? Why did he do that? Why did he behead somebody? Why? Why did he behead? Because he's crazy? He's not crazy. He's not crazy. He didn't hear voices. There are people who hear voices and don't do anything. Why did he cut his father's head off? Or whoever's head? Why? Why did he do it? Why? Are we supposed to blame YouTube? But you didn't take it down. It was up for 6 hours. What do you want? What do you want? Everybody's trying to blame, well, it was because of that. It's because, I look at this bullshit story. Pardon my French, but I'm going to say it. Shock poll. Biden jumps to a 6-point lead. What? This is a Quinnipiac poll. Biden opens up lead over Trump in head-to-head. This is complete crap. My God, who paid Quinnipiac? What? And you wonder why things are done. You wonder why. Mainstream media. Are you hearing me? Are you hearing me? I know you all are talking to each other, and I appreciate that. Because you know why? Because you need this. Because during the day, you have nobody to talk to. You're shut-ins. I understand this. I get it. But this? What the hell's going on here? What the hell's going on here? For the love of God. For the love of God. Okay, that's that story. Today, there was a big to-do on Capitol Hill with the Senate. And they said that the big tech folks have blood on their hands. Did you see this? Do you know what's going to happen with that? Nothing. Nothing is going to happen. Nothing. Do you hear what I said? Nothing is going to happen. Nothing is going to happen because of this. I say it again. I tell you again. I repeat it again. I remind you again. Nothing is going to happen regarding that. I'll put up a brand new video, which nobody seems to understand, but I think you'll get it. It's called Taylor Swift is Fake. Let me explain this to you. Let me tell you how these people work. You ready for this? Let me see if they can tell you how they work. We live in a world where we have perused the pages of history. We have come to the conclusion that sometimes there are things that occur which were either contrived, which were coordinated, which were concocted, devised, planned, hatched, which have nothing to do with any particular type of natural, what am I want to say? Any kind of natural, rollout where it didn't just happen. It was planned. How many of you believe that Taylor Swift is a Pentagon shill and a high priestess of the Illuminati, intelligentsia, and cognoscenti? Huh? 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 How many of you think that Taylor Swift is the incarnation of this, think Tavistock, Frankfurt School, think of it as think of this as Marcuse and Bernays and this weird kind of, that they put her together where she is going to work together along with the Super Bowl and Biden and the Democrats, and she's going to, and also it's a binary message because she's clearly female. Anyway, she's clearly female, very, very white. Do you see this? If you don't see, if you think, do you think that she just all of a sudden became this big because of her talent? Do you? Do you believe that the shadow government, the cognoscenti, the Illuminati, well, I don't know, Illuminati, we're not talking about Weishaupt and the Bavarians, but you know what I mean, the people that kind of pull the levers of our collective. Do you think that she can be created? Do you think that the Beatles just happened spontaneously? Do you think that they just, do you think, and by the same token, if the government wanted to turn you off, if the government said, we don't like what you're doing, we can, especially then, the old days with radios and that sort of thing. Do you think so? Do you? Jen says she is controlled because she isn't an independent artist. You know what you call an independent artist? A loser, Jen. A loser. A loser. Mr. G says Taylor is the poster child for misogyny. They cry misogyny but give you Taylor Swift. I watched. Look up Project Monarch. Look up this. I got your Monarch right here. You're always doing that, don't you, huh? You're always doing that, Edward. Eddie Arruda. Oh, yeah? Look up Operation Snowball. What? I don't know how I made that up. People say Operation Monarch. Operation Monarch in Call of Duty. Is Operation Monarch Call of Duty? This was it Operation Monarch. Go read it. That's Eddie Arruda for you. He always does this. Oh, yeah? Why do they call it coccyx? Look it up. What? Look it up. Christopher White, by the way, a new member. Chris. Welcome, Chris. Go to the front of the line. Plenty of crumb cake for you. Chris is a new member. This Taylor Swift, she's going to get married. She's going to do, I mean, it is so beautiful. It is like they just want to see this. Hey, Taylor, you want to do it? I'll do it. We'll make you a gazillionaire. The moment they say, oh, she's no good anymore, they pick up the phone. Spotify, yeah, kill it. What? Kill it. All right. You do know that numbers, let me tell you, let me give you an example. Let's say I had somebody who said, hi. That's it. God can't even speak. He just says, hi. And somebody says, what the hell is that? It's an experiment. That's what he does. It's called a high guy. Remember that high guy? Remember Chuck McCann years ago? Remember that from the, he goes to the medicine cabinet? High guy. Chuck McCann. Anyway, we got this guy. Hi. Obviously something wrong with him. Pick up YouTube. YouTube, yeah. I want him to have 2.5 million hit. 2.5 million. You got it? Good. Thanks. Call Drudge. Drudge says, absolute sensation. This guy. It's Borat. It's John C. Gardner. It's being there. He's got 2.5 million. Really? But he always says hi. That's the thing. Pet rock. Then we have story after story after story. Who is the high guy? Where is he? What happened to him? Where is he from? And we create stories and vectors of how this guy is the hottest thing in town. Enter Taylor Swift. You think she's that good of a singer? She's that great of it? No, but she'll do it. Somebody came up with having people cover themselves in tattoos. Where do you think that came from? Do you think spontaneously everybody came up and they said, hey, I'm going to cover myself in tattoos? Do you think so? Do you think all of a sudden, overnight, hey, Tammy, where are you going? That's okay, Mom. I'm going to cut my arm. I'm going to just cover it with tattoos. What? Yeah, I'm going to sit on the needle. I'm going to have my whole arm. Why? Because I'm going to be cool. I want to be cool. That's what I want to be. There's Taylor Swift. Now, not to lose fact, just what you don't understand, something. There's other stories. This Israel thing is, I cannot believe what I cannot. I thought, oh my God. Oh my God. It'd be like if Biden and can you imagine if Biden and Trump joined forces? I mean, you would think, what? Yeah. We're going to merge the Democratic and Republican. I mean, it's the uniparty anyway. It would be something like that. You don't get this. From the river to this, what? To this, really? 2 states? Bill Ackman is saying, is this a joke? Is this a joke? BB, is it? Did I hear this? Wait a minute, what? What? You can't do, what? Alan Dershowitz is like, what? Ben Shapiro, they're doing a, like, get back, paddles. He's coding. 2 states, so what? Wait a minute. Whoa. And Max Blumenthal's thinking, Finkelstein, he won't know what to do. He won't know what to do. He just, well, I can't believe anybody's even done this. But if you're kept low, if you're kept not expecting and not knowing how to read things, that's the way things are. That's the way things are. Let me give you another one for you. All ready? Let me tell you what some insiders, Mrs. L, who, by the way, knows more than you can imagine. And by the way, I want you to catch Mrs. L on Redacted with Natalie Morris. That was today. It was a beaut. Did you see her? Unbelievable. Anyway. Oh, she's hot. She is hot. Now, a couple of things to bring to your attention, dear friends. Before I forget, something important. Wait a minute. Here's antediluvian doomer. Antediluvian, before the flood, means old. He's there. He says, the Palestine question has to be conspicuously litigated in order not to seem as though they've discounted all consideration a priori, though they have. This has been in the top drawer AD for the long time. And thank you, by the way, for your perspicacity and your magniloquence. This has been, they've been wanting to, you could just tell from Blinken. Blinken doesn't even want to do this. You could tell he's not selling it. He's not selling this whole thing. But let me go back to what's going on. Listen to me carefully. You see, when I bring something up, many of you, frankly, say, why is he talking about this? Because you don't understand me. You don't understand me. And I understand that. And I dig it. It's been my story of my life. When I tell you something, I see things first. I'm saying, I see a crack in that wall. Next thing you know, the house falls down. I told you, I see a little crack up there. You go, so what? Plaster, houses settle. No, not that one. I think we've got a problem with that. I notice you're favoring your left side. Yeah, I gotta pull the muscle. I don't think so. Next thing you know, amputation. See, because I know these things. I do. I'm prescient. The other day I brought up something which, again, but I'm gonna do it again. There was a video. Excuse me. There was an application, an app on a phone where somebody that I knew basically lost about 30 pounds. Just trimmed herself down. Looks nothing like that. And I said, do you know what this means? And people said, yeah, it's an app. No. Do you know what this means? Yeah, it means no. No. She lives in her camera. She lives in a place called Cameraland. She lives in a place where a friend of mine lives, and it's called Facebook land. They live in a place where if they don't like reality, they change it. They change it any way they want. I ask the question, I want to put a picture out, and I want to take a bunch of gals, and I want, let's say, one gal to be thin, and I want to add 20, 30 pounds to the rest of the gals. What would they do? They would kill you. They would kill you. Is that libel? Is that a deep fake? I don't know what's going on. So today, Zuckerberg is on Capitol Hill, and they're yelling at him. You've got blood on your hands. Lindsey Graham, who doesn't he sound like a weird kind of a pastor? Praise God. He's up there and he's screaming and yelling. He's got blood on your hands, but when it comes to war, different story. He's a neocon, a war profiteer. But anyway, so he's doing all this stuff, and there's Zuckerberg. I'm sorry. Well, let me tell you what's going to happen. What do you think, honey? 5 years, maybe? 5 years? It's gone. Sooner. Gone. Listen to what I'm saying. Facebook, Instagram, it's all going to be AI. Artificial intelligence, la la land. Mark Zuckerberg is going to say, I'm going to give you want porn? I'll give you porn. You want videos of people being beheaded? I'll give it to you. All artificial AI created. Not CGI, AI. The most incredibly brilliant, the wildest stuff you have ever seen in your life. And you won't believe the degree of reality that it shows. I'm going to show. There's going to be. You want CSAM child sexual abuse material, kiddie porn, kid porn. Kid. I'll show you stuff that would. Oh my God! It'll be Texas Chainsaw Massacre meets Epstein Island meets the grotto at the Playboy Mansion. Do you name it? It'll be the sickest, vilest, concupiscent, radically rancid. It will contaminate the soul. Okay? And it's not real. And you can't get me. Screw this. No more kids. And you know what people will say? Fine. I don't live in the real world. I don't even know what's real. I don't know what's real. And when virtual reality hits, that's done. It's over with. See ya. These people will never leave. Unless they'll walk around with it, but I don't think they'll be able to do it. We are headed for Tech. Did you see all the media is dying? Tech. We are in the middle of a cataclysm. I've told you the number one thing I've been trying to tell you for the longest time, which I realize is a waste of time, is artificial intelligence, AI. People just don't. It doesn't work. It doesn't click. Nobody cares. Nobody gets it. Stand by for a second there, Dingleberry, and I mean that sincerely. I want to talk to you about a man. Bojangles, I need to answer for you. A man by the name, you love him. I love him too. His name is Mike Lindell. He's still there. Still there, still fighting. And what does he want to do? He wants to make your life more lush and plush, and he wants to show you new ways to luxuriate with mypillow.com promo code Lionel. All right, my friend. It's time to hail and salute our great friends at mypillow.com. And if you use promo code Lionel, you get a free gift. No purchase necessary. I know a free gift. It's a tautology, so sue me. But listen carefully. What are we talking about? Giza Dream Bed Sheets, My Pillow 2.0, sheets, slippers, percales, towels, quilts, bedspreads, mattresses, mattress covers, mattress toppers, linens, kitchen towels, bathrobes, name it. Items to help you luxuriate and relax. Think about it. And they're monster sellers right now. Listen to me. Slippers. My slippers. Think about it. What do they do with My Pillow? They make things real soft and plush and comfy. How perfect. And when they apply that genius to slippers, look out. Look out. Look at the specials right now, but only if you use promo code Lionel. So go to mypillow.com/Lionel. Solid disproverbial. mypillow.com/Lionel or call 800-645-4965. Call right now and watch how fast Mike answers the phone. mypillow.com. The best. You've heard it there, my friends. You've heard it here. I am gobsmacked by what's happening. I see a world right now that is beyond anything that I. And what are they going to do? What's Ben Shapiro going to do? What's the official Fox News? What happens? What happens? Things are happening right now so fast. You know that for the first time, thanks to people like Eric Weinstein, they're really calling into question everything, even including string theory. Holy jeez. String theory. And then you have these, what's his name? Oh, God, not Berlinski, but, oh, God. Just a second. His name is, oh, yeah, Berlinski, yes. The mathematical challenges to Darwin's theory of evolution. Oh my God. This is still one of the greatest moments ever. This is Galertner and who is the other fellow? Not Sean Carroll, but for the longest time, listen to this. We have heard, and I have heard, and you have believed it to be almost axiomatic, have you not? Dark Dragonov says, do you believe in objective human morality? No. I believe everything is completely and totally subject to situational relativity. Absolutely. Unless that's what you're trying to say, perhaps not so circuitously. Objective human morality? No. It's subjective. It's protean. It changes. It's human morality. No. There's individual morality, but no. I think there's malum in se, malum prohibitum. Yes, of course. The obvious versus the inherent. But that's too obvious to even mention. But thank you for that deep question. Let me ask you this. You have always heard that Darwin is the undisputed master and the only thing that you can believe when it comes to evolution and natural selection and the operational mechanics of okay, fine. And that the creation theory was silly. It's a bunch of, Christian lunatics sitting around thinking that, God and Adam and Eve and all that. Well, what if there was evidence of it? What if there were huge flaws? What if somebody were to tell you that the problem with Darwin is that it's great for predicting little things like how a finch will actually have various beak designs depending upon the particular verdure or fruits or whatever is available, that the Galapagos turtle will actually have a change in the configuration of the shell to allow the neck to raise higher to get certain leafy greens and whatever that grow higher on one particular island versus another. Little things like that. That's good. But all of a sudden, this all of a sudden where there's this huge explosion of the, if you look at the strata, like, where did this come from? There's no successive changes, some minuscule, because like anything else, people adhere to something with such a ferocity and a tenacity, they will not let this go. Ladies and gentlemen, do you believe there is any chance in the creation theory? Do you believe there is any chance whatsoever that we could get to the point where one day it indeed comes down to the heavy hand, if you will, the guiding hand of God? Do you believe so? Yes or no? Do you believe so? Come on. Do you believe so? Do you believe so? Do you believe that there could be an Adam and Eve all of a sudden, boop, out of nowhere? Forget this. Some kind of evolution. Australopithecus afarensis. But do you believe so? Do you believe that? Do you believe it could be? Do you know how heretical it would be if somebody were to say to you, there appears to be evidence of something that does not in any way comport with any of your theories or hypotheses? One of the best ways of explaining what we're seeing right now could be indeed the presence of God. Oh my! And you know what? I want there to be that. I want Adam and Eve and Adam and Steve and whatever it is. That's what I want. So I can say, well, what do you think about your Messiah now? That's the old Edward G. Robinson thing. That's what because I want to see the smart asses, the Daniel Dennett's and the Sam Harris's and the Christopher Hitchens posthumously and the Richard Dawkins. I want them to say, what? Yeah. They were right the whole time. Joel Osteen was closer to the truth than you were. I want to see it because I love people who are because it's the radical in me. Does this make any sense to you? I hope it does. I hope so. I want to see everything. I want to see the heretic proven right. And in this particular case, the heretic is the religious prophet, if you will. All of a sudden, we're seeing the people who were pro-Palestinian, the Finkelsteins and the Max Blumenthals and the okay, you're over there. Yeah, Jeffrey Sachs, okay, you're over there. And you and your Palestinians are Edward Said and yeah. And you only a bunch of closet terrorists. All yeah, you go ahead, whatever. This, Now, on October the 7th, was supposed to change everything. And the turmoil that's actually going on in Israel right now, it is such a tumult that I can't even put it into words. Cannot put it into words. Ladies and gentlemen, forgive me, but I am not able to even see straight tonight. I never thought I would be seeing this in my life. I never thought things are changing so quickly, so fast. It's not even remotely. It's beyond anything I've ever seen. So get ready. And will Trump be able to catch up? Will he be able to master this? I don't know. Word has it, Trump's looking for new lawyers and he's happy and, he doesn't know what the hell is going on. And the big verdict, the one that could destroy him, we're still waiting for that one. We're not even close to daylight in this one. We're not even close to it. And notice nobody's talking about Michelle Obama anymore. She started that. She started that. Okay, dear friends. That's it. That's it. Let me also tell you, dear friend, oh friend, I want you to follow Mrs. L. She's the hottest ticket in town right now. Hottest ticket in town. I want you to subscribe to her YouTube channel right here. Mrs. L, please, right now, at Lynn's Warriors. And as soon as we get this Natalie Morris interview that she did on Redacted, you'll be the first to know. It was so good. You'll laugh, you'll cry. It's a veritable whirlwind, a kaleidoscope of emotion. And there we go. This is her YouTube, her X or Twitter account at Lynn's Warriors, Lynn's LYNNS_Warriors. All right, dear friends, thank you not for what you are, but for what you appear to be. Thank you for your seeming disconnected interest. Dark Dragonov, thank you. Antediluvian Doomer, thank you. And Christopher White, welcome aboard, dear friends. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Please remember, do not drink and drive. You might hit a bump, spill your drink. What a tragedy that would be. All right, dear friends, we'll see you tomorrow at 8 a.m. Don't ever change me that sincerely. And until then, remember these words. The monkey's dead. The show's over. Sue ya. Da-da.